Welcome back for another book review. Today we are talking about this one. This is The Apprentice, which I have had to look at this cover like 3 different times now, 4, to read the author, and they cover it with a sticker and it's not on the back, and it's a small thing, it's a stupid thing, but it does annoy me because I'm like, who was it? Anyways, it's Robyn Valentine. You'd think I could remember that, but no. So anyways, this book. So obviously this is a short little book. It is aimed at kids and it walks you through what is a witch, and it gives you some kid-friendly ways to start doing some magic, introducing some concepts and things, again, with a kid audience in mind. Where this one tried, this one succeeded. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 star. I think it really nailed the target audience and the content. It goes over a lot of your basic stuff in a very digestible way for kids. It's got a lot of colors. It's not a whole lot of text. It is more than like a picture book, I will say. So, you know, you gotta be a little prepared. But I mean, it's got a lot of different options in here. There's a lot of different spells to do. There's some information on like colors, plants. Like, it's just got a little tasting to get them started. And then if your kid ends up liking it more, you can obviously add in more. But I think it's a pretty good place to start. Now, there were some parts of this that I was like, what? Like, when it goes over the moon phases, you know, it doesn't go into the names, which I was kind of like, why not? But okay. But instead, it was like waxing, full, waning, crying, and dark moon. And I'm like, what? It never says. It never is like, the crying moon is this, because the next page, it goes over the 4 main ones. Waxing, full, waning, new. What is a crying moon? It never says, really. I've never come across that in any other book ever. And again, if you've been here for a while, I read a lot of books. What? What is this? Because like all I could picture is it's like, is that the time when this author and maybe her family are like, that's when the moon makes them emotional? Because like, I don't have that. Like waning right up until the dark moon, I'm not that moody. Like I'm usually more moody around the full moon, and then new moon, my health just decides to nosedive for no apparent reason. Like, why is it the crying moon? I have no idea. It never tells you either. The other thing is, again, I would just love to have some sources and a conclusion. I don't think they do that a lot in these books, like especially aimed at kids, which is kind of a bummer. Like, it takes, literally, you could write a conclusion to this book in like 15 minutes. Like, it is not that hard to do. I wish they did that. I would also like to know where they got some of their stuff. They did kind of, sorta, I think, maybe. Actually, it wasn't even this one. Never mind, I totally take that back. It was the other one. It was this god-awful one. Actually had a couple books in the back that it was like, because this one, it gives you resources, but oh, I mean, night school graduates, this book was a mess. But pretty much, no, actually, I didn't finish. Oh no, I got tripped out because I saw Nikki Vandekar for like 90% of these, and I was like, okay, so read her books, got it. No, oh no. Dream On, A Kid's Guide to Interpreting Dreams by Caradwyn Greenleaf. She never leaves me alone. Ah. If you don't know, I'm not a fan of her content. She's the Hot Mess Express. My kids will not read her books. Anyways, this one, it's not bad. I just wish there was a little bit more to it. But, you know, I don't know. I guess these books, adults, I'm the one looking for references. I'm the one looking for sources, not a kid looking for that sort of stuff. I would recommend this book probably to like 3rd-ish graders. Again, it depends on reading comprehension, their maturity level, but I think it's got a lot of stuff that they could start to do. Obviously, you're gonna wanna have you as the parent or guardian or whatever be involved. The grown-up needs to be involved because there's, you know, just be careful, especially if you have other littles around. Like, choking hazards are a thing. We have a lot of breakable things in witchcraft. We have a lot of like choking things in witchcraft. If your kid gets a hold of incense sticks, that's probably toxic. Like, you know, if you leave a toddler around like stones and crystals, that's a choking hazard. Let's just not. And also, like, if you have a rambunctious, like, 5-year-old, lots of breakable statues. Maybe we don't bring that out yet, or it's in a locked room that they're only allowed in with parental supervision and they have to be on their best behavior, otherwise they're not allowed in there. Kind of a deal. And so, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 9 years old. So it's one I will probably be getting for our kids eventually as well. It's a really good book. I mean, again, there's not a whole lot, and it's weird. Like, I don't know when we would give this to our kids because we're gonna raise them in a magical house, but also still kind of keeping Montessori. So it's, I don't know how we're gonna run that, but I have a few years to figure it out. So it's one I'll buy, but it's not like top of my list right now. I have other ones, but also like I got years after I have my kids to get this, and you know, there's other ones that I would want when they're younger, like Goodnight Baphomet, and I think that's what it's, if that's not the name, I'm gonna look so stupid, but that's what I remember it as. And to also have like How to Be a Witch. That one was also really good for kids, but like younger kids. This is like the next bump up in ages. I think in Montessori, would this count for like the 6 to 8 range, or would you go to the next one? Because Montessori, you'd like have set age group things, stuff to do. I don't know. We'll talk about it once I have kids. So just make sure to watch my videos so much. And then if you want to support me on Patreon and buy my books so that I can take you through parenting as pagans and witches, it'll be great. But to get them is expensive. So anyways, till next time, thank you so much for watching, and for my supporters on Patreon. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to see a dentist this summer because this gap is getting worse again. Like, I don't have anything in my teeth, the like filler or whatever, because they said my teeth were too small for braces. So I had I looked like a hillbilly, if we're being honest. But I have ancestry from there, so it's fine. I can honor my hillbilly ancestry. But yeah, these aren't real. And this gap is getting gnarly, so I'm gonna have to get it fixed because it looks like I have like a chunk in my teeth, and I don't. I'm just missing teeth now. It's lasted a long time though. This I had put on when I was in like 7th grade, and I'm like almost 30, so it's lasted a long time. But I just remember how much I hated it, and it was like, and I broke it doing the stupidest thing once, and I remember how much it sucked to have it fixed, and I just don't want to deal with it. I was eating Melba toast, and if you don't know, that's like diet, gross, god-awful why, just eat some broccoli instead. But I bit down on it, and I didn't really think about how much, like, your other teeth can handle the impact, but fake teeth cannot. And I bit down, and it snapped off one of them. And I had to go to school like the next day until I could get into the dentist the following day. So I had to go around like this all day. Cause you know, you're teenagers, like you're not gonna be that kid who's like missing a frickin' tooth, like your front teeth to boot. Oh God, it was so bad. It was just one of those where you're like, ah. And then for like the next week, at least, because again, bleeding disorder, my gums were purple from the different work being done. Oh my God, it sucked so bad. So I just procrastinated it forever, but it's getting worse. And now like I see myself on the daily and it's like, oh no, it looks like I have something black, and it's just the void where teeth are supposed to be. Anyways, thank you for coming along for my rambles. Yeah, I gotta get that fixed because it's a pain. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully my kids end up with hubby's teeth, because his are big enough for braces, and also he just had a lot of teeth. Like, he didn't have enough room, and he didn't get braces as a kid. And so like now it's more of a issue to deal with, but like if we deal with it when they're kids, it'd be so much easier instead of mine where my teeth are too small because I have little tiny baby teeth apparently. And then you just have to file your teeth and then get this weird filler stuff. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, I don't like it. So anyways, is that the point? No. But anyways, till next time, thank you for coming along for my rambles, and blessed be.